Hello, welcome in. It's Shaped by Kate. Today is going to be our Pilates workout focusing on our core. So it'll be about 30 seconds on with a 5-second breather. A few sets will be 60 seconds. So let's get started in our seated position in our half boat pose. So heels can be on the ground or they can be floating. Since we're in a warm-up though, maybe just keep the heels on the ground. Wrap your hands around the outer edges of your legs. And we're going to breathe in. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, round the spine. Good. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round the spine. Good. Keep finding this movement. If after a minute you don't need your hands, bring them in front of you. So bringing it more to your core. Good. Really opening and matching the breath with your movement. Sit up nice and tall. And now adding the arm, so keeping a flat back. Reach your arm to the sky, bring it back to center, and switch. Good. Breathe as you reach up. Exhale back to center. Good. Almost there. Here for 3. Good. All right. Bringing it to our twist. So I want you to inhale, open up your chest. Reach your hand to the back corner of your mat. Bring it to center. And switch. Keep that nice flat back. Center is like your ballet arms. Middle fingers touching at center. Breathe in, open, and twist. Exhale, center. Here for 5. Good. Lengthen those legs, flex the toes, and let's do our single leg lifts. So I know this is going to feel like your legs, but it's a lot of core. So if you lean back a little bit, lift less. Lift and lower. Lift, hold for a little bit, then lower. Good. Arms are by your side so you stay up nice and tall, or they can be reaching forward. Good. Here for 3 and 2. Good. Shake it out and other side. Flex the toes, sit up nice and tall, lift and lower. So if you don't really feel this in your core because you're moving back, lift less. So sometimes it's just a baby lift. Okay, but you can see my quad, hips, and core working in this pose. Good. Nice job. Over halfway. Here for 5. Good. All right. Bend the knees. Sit back into that boat pose. Let's do our Pilates arms. So inhale, reach those arms, flap them up and down. Exhale out. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale out. 2, 3, 4. Good. Continue this movement. And if you want, add in a leg kick. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift the other leg. Good. Exhale, drop it down. Good. Continue those for this next round. Or if this is too easy, lift both legs and just do your Pilates arms. If inhaling through the nose is too much, you're going to inhale through the mouth. Exhale out. Good. All right, last 10. Maybe lengthen those legs. Keep flapping those arms. Nice job. Almost there. Good. And roll it down to your backs. Good. And let's find our crunches. So hands behind the head. Breathe out to crunch. Legs are down if those hip flexors need a little break. Thinking about lifting the shoulder blades and lowering down. Use your breath to find that deep core. So breathe out all the way, hugging your core. Inhale, release. Exhale, crunch. Good. Set the head down. Find reverse tabletop. Let's find our dead bugs. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Good. Notice how my leg and arms are perfectly still. They're not dropping and taking away from the core. Use your core to stabilize the knee and arm. Good. Drop your arms into a T position. And then we're going to drop the knees down to our toe tap. Knees stay in your 90-degree angle. If you want to add to this pose, you're going to clap the hands together when you lower the toes, bring it back. It's a little combo movement. Good. Arms come down by your side. Rest for a moment. Hug your knees into your chest. This next pose will be for 60 seconds, our next workout. So lengthen your legs. Inhale, reach your arms above your head. Exhale, round the spine. Find your Pilates roll up. Reach for your toes. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, slowly lower down. Breathe in to prepare. Exhale to sit up. If you'd like to bend your knees just so your heels can ground down, go ahead and bend your knees. This one's very much your own pace. The pace of your exhale to lift and exhale to lower. Good. Less than 10. You got this. Good. Come down all the way down onto your backs. And then let's bend the knees. And then let's find those crunches again, this time lifting the knees and maybe lengthening the legs. So you're going to breathe in, prepare. Exhale, crunch it in. When you inhale, lengthen your legs. Exhale, crunch it in. Good. Notice too, my chest is crunching up to my knees. Knees stay stacked over the hips so my core stays engaged. Okay, if your knees collapse, then it just takes away from your core. We're back to 35. Good. All right, set the left foot down, reach that right leg up to the sky. You're gonna reach for your toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch up, touch your toes. Hand can be supporting your head, or hand can be supporting the ground beneath you. Beautiful. All right, switching to the other side. Bend the right leg, lengthen the left. Reach your right arm above your head. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale to lengthen. Make sure your air is totally exhaling all the way out to really reach your deep core. Nice job here for 2. Good, and drop it down. Rest your head and shoulders. Lengthen your legs to the sky. And we're going to do our single leg lifts. We're going to do single, single. If that's too easy, then you'll do double. So single, single, double. Try to keep this leg still as one leg drops down. Good, almost there. Here for 3. Good. All right, bend the knees, close the eyes, bring your hands by your side. We're going to do reverse crunches. So I want you to slowly just think about the tailbone lifting from the earth and then setting it back down. No momentum. We'll use that for our next pose. Good. Inhaling to prepare. Exhale, crunch. All right, lengthen the legs. Now use momentum and your hands. Sweep the legs back and forward. Hold and slowly lower down. So use momentum and then use your core to stop that momentum and slowly lower down. Good. So hands or triceps can help lift and lower. Reverse crunches with momentum. Good. All right, let's bring it to our bicycle crunches. So lift your head and shoulders, and let's look directly from the right and to the left, keeping knees stacked over the hips. Good, and rest. Good, let's do our full double leg lift. So this time hands can rest underneath the tailbone. Reach your feet to the sky. Flex the toes, drop them down. Inhale, hold. Exhale, point the toes and lift. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. Good, so doing our slow leg lifts. Good. All right, go ahead and just hold your pose now. So lengthen those legs forward and hold. If that's a lot of pressure on the hip flexors, bend the knees. And if you feel like your tailbone's smashing your hands, you can release those hands from underneath your tailbone. Good, and release. All right, full body crunch. So let's go ahead and find that crunch position again. This time when you inhale, add in the arms. Exhale, crunch. If you don't like that, come back to our first full crunch with just the legs. Good, and rest. Hug those knees into your chest. Coming back to our 60 seconds, we're going to lengthen the legs, and we're going to find our half sit-up. So we use momentum, right, to lift our head and shoulders. I want you to then use your core to stop your momentum halfway and come back down. A little less than halfway. So breathe in, prepare. Exhale, shoot up and stop. Come back down. Good, this is 60 seconds. Use your breath. So you should be stopping to the point where it's that sticky point where you always get stuck. You're gonna have to use momentum to lift all the way forward, right? Inhale, reach back. Exhale, lift and stop. Stopping that momentum. Beautiful. You're over halfway. Less than 10. Good, and rest. One more for 60 seconds. Let's lengthen that right leg, come back to that single leg crunch, or bring it further. Find your jackknife. Single leg jackknife, using that right hand to lift and lower. We'll switch halfway. Good, almost there. Switching in 8. Good, and switch sides. Lengthen the left leg, right arm. You're either doing those crunches, or you're just lifting the shoulder blade and leg, or press and try to reach for the toe. Exhale to lift. Inhale, prepare. Exhale to lower. Look up as you reach up. That'll feel a lot easier. Good, one more. And rest. Go ahead and rest on your back. Hug the knees into your chest. Sway them from left to right. Nice job with that core burner. To stretch our core, we're going to find a nice full body stretch. So lengthen the legs, lengthen the arms above your head and catch hold of the hands. I want you to inhale, pull the shoulders away from the armpits, pull the feet away from the hips. Try to keep that stance as you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw the rib cage and hips towards each other. Try to keep your arms from moving. Good, inhale in again. Exhale out. Good, 2 more. Good, beautiful. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall. Find an easy pose. And let's stretch that side core. So reach one arm up and over your ear. Look towards the sky, breathe in. Exhale out. And switch sides. Good, come back to center. And then you're going to collapse those forearms on your head and you're going to catch hold of the forearms or the elbows, finding palm tree arms. Lift your heart. Exhale to twist. Look to one side. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist other side. Good, come to center. Release those arms. Good. Nice job today. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And if you like this Pilates workout, give me a subscribe for more Pilates and yoga sequences. Thank you. Have a great day.